After CVS, we are starting with the respiratory system. Part 1, Case 1.
A 72-year-old man with advanced Parkinson's disease, severe dysphagia, and recurrent falls is admitted after a witnessed episode of vomiting while supine in bed. He develops fever, tachypnea, and right-sided pleuritic pain. Chest CT shows a large cavity lesion with an air fluid level in the superior segment of the right lower lobe, confirmed by bronchoscopy to contain thick purulent material and oral debris. The pulmonologist explains that his aspiration pneumonitis evolved into a lung abscess confined to a single bronchopulmonary segment, and thoracic surgery is being consulted to consider segmentectomy rather than lobectomy. During preoperative planning, the team reviews the anatomy of bronchopulmonary segments and the principles of dependent aspiration. Which of the following best explains why aspiration in a supine patient most commonly involves the superior segment of the right lower lobe? And what is a key vascular feature that makes segmentectomy technically feasible? Option A. In supine position, the superior segment of the right lower lobe is the most dependent region. Segmental arteries run centrally with bronchi, while segment veins run in intersegmental planes, defining the surgical borders. Option B. In supine position, the basal segments are most dependent. Pulmonary veins run centrally with bronchi, while arteries run peripherally. Option C. Right main bronchus is narrowed and more vertical. Bronchopulmonary segments are not surgically resectable because veins and arteries run together within each segment. Option D. In upright position, the superior segment of the right lower lobe is most dependent. Segmentectomy is impossible because there are no intersegmental planes. Option E. The posterior segment of right upper lobe is the most common site of aspiration in supine patients because the right upper lobar bronchus arises more vertically than the lower lobar bronchus. This is a case of aspiration pneumonitis evolved into lung abscess. We will discuss few important concepts from this case. Lungs divide into lobes, and these lobes further divide into segments. Right lung divides into 3 lobes: superior, middle, and inferior. Left lung divides into 2 lobes: superior and inferior. These lobes divide into segment number 1, S1 to S10 on both the sides. The first important concept in this case is position dependent aspiration. In supine position or recumbent position, superior segment of right lower lobe and the posterior segment of right upper lobe are the most commonly involved lobes for aspiration. In semi-recumbent position or upright position, the posterior segments of both the lower lobes are the most aspiration dependent areas in upright position. Here one more concept is right-sided lobes are most commonly involved in aspiration because the right bronchus is wider, shorter, and more vertically aligned with the trachea. That's why the right side lobes are getting aspiration easily in comparison with the left sides. The second important concept from this case is the bronchopulmonary segment anatomy. The bronchopulmonary segment is the largest subunit of pulmonary lobes. This supplied by segmental bronchus, which is the tertiary bronchi, and the segmental pulmonary arteries. The shape of this bronchopulmonary segment is pyramidal in shape, and the apex is towards the hilum and the base is towards the pleura. Now, Dr. Shekhar will be discussing the few more important concepts from this case.
So, I will be discussing the critical vascular principle which is applied in this case. The segmental arteries are running centrally along with the bronchus, and the veins are running in the intersegmental planes along with the connective tissue septa. Now the veins which are running in the intersegmental planes are marking the key vascular anatomy and separating the segments very clearly among the lobes of the lung. So, if surgery is needed, it is better to resect a segment than to resect the whole lobe, as in this case especially, which comes with comorbidities like Parkinson's and other comorbidities. So, one more concept which I would be summing up is, then when it comes to aspiration pneumonitis developing into a lung abscess in supine position, we need to see that which is the most dependent part of the lung where the abscess will get collected. So it is the segment 6 of the right lower lobe. In supine position, segment 6 is the most dependent segment. So we are getting a lung abscess there. Now coming to the take home messages, the key clinical pearls from this case. Supine aspiration, development of right lower lobe abscess indicates that the superior segment S6 of the right lobe is involved there, as in supine position it is the most dependent segment. Coming to that, when the surgical decision has to be needed, then we'll go for segmentectomy and not for lobectomy. Why? Because the intersegmental veins are very clearly delineating the segmental boundaries, and the S6 segment, as in this case, can be easily resected instead of going for entire lobectomy. So these two take home messages we need to note from this case. Now coming to the option exclusion.
Option A. In supine position, the superior segment of right lower lobe is the most dependent region. Segmental arteries run centrally with bronchi, while segmental veins run in intersegmental planes, defining surgical boundaries.
As discussed, this is the right option.
Option B. In supine position, the basal segments are most dependent. Pulmonary veins run centrally with bronchi, while arteries run peripherally.
This is the wrong statement, as we know that arteries are running centrally and veins are running intersegmentally.
Option C. The right main bronchus is narrowed and more vertical. Bronchopulmonary segments are not surgically resectable because veins and arteries run together with each segment.
This is again a wrong statement, as bronchopulmonary segments are resectable and the right bronchus is not narrow, it is wider.
Option D. In upright position, the superior segment of right lower lobe is the most dependent. Segmentectomy is impossible because there are no intersegmental planes.
This is again a wrong statement, as it's saying that segmentectomy is impossible as there are no intersegmental planes, which is totally incorrect.
Option E. The posterior segment of right upper lobe is the most common site of aspiration in supine patients because the right upper lobe bronchus arises more vertically than the lower lobar bronchus.
So this is again a wrong statement, as it is saying that the upper lobar bronchus is more vertical as compared to the lower lobe bronchus, which is not the correct statement. For the high yield exam comparison tables and key clinical insights, you all can refer to the ebooks, which are very comprehensive, and you can contact us on the given number and on the email ID to get the updates about the comprehensive ebooks and audiobooks.
Contact Edumedix for your ebooks, audiobooks, and more. Join us today to unlock a world of knowledge. Email edumedixofficial